This video is discussing present AR verbs, and the reason why is so that you can use your verbs to talk about what's happening in class. Now, this video is really important. This is a very important concept, so make sure you're taking thorough notes and writing down all your questions. I'll move so you can copy these. Okay, there are several terms you need to know, and we're going to fill some stuff in on here. All right, these are all the terms you need to know to be able to talk about verbs. A subject, so remember it's the person or thing doing the action in the sentence. It's who that sentence is about. Verb is the action in the sentence. It's what the subject does. Infinitive verb is a verb that is unchanged in its original form. Conjugated means you have changed the verb to fit in the sentence. Stem and end, these are parts of verbs. I'm going to draw this to help you. The stem is everything in the verb that is not the last two letters. So all of that part up to the last two letters in infinitive. And then the end is the last two letters. Remember that in Spanish, verbs end AR, ER, or IR, and that's your end in infinitive. Subject pronoun is what replaces the subject in the sentence. So instead of saying Carly, you would say ella. Instead of saying the girls or las chicas, you could say ellas. So subject pronouns. And la caja, that is the box I use to visualize how these verbs are translated. So it will look like this, or it might actually be literally boxed, and la caja means box in Spanish. And so moving right along, so that's our stem and our end. We've got 3 steps when we are conjugating verbs. Very first thing you need to do is cut off the end. So this AR, ER, or IR drops right off. Next, you need to find the subject in the sentence. So in this case, hablar, to talk, who is talking, or what thing is talking. And once you have your subject pronoun, you're going to add the new end onto the stem. So AR endings are o, as, a, amos, ice, and an. So right now we're actually going to diagram how to do this. You already know your subject pronouns, so I'm going to let you copy this out, and then we're going to fill it in. Alright, bailar, whenever you're doing a chart, your verb always goes at the top, and what it means in English. So to dance. Remember, since these are an infinitive, you need the to in front of it in English. Alright, so you have all your subjects. So the first thing we're going to do with bailar, step 1, what do we cut off? The end, the last 2 letters. Okay, so this is our stem, and this is our end. So our stem, bail, and our first ending for I dance, yo bailo. Next one for tu, again cut off the AR, tu bailas. So this is I dance, you dance, and now we're going to make he dances, she dances, or you formal dance. So again, take off the AR, bailo, bailas, baila. Moving over here. Nosotros and nosotras, we boys and we group of girls dance. Bailo, as a, bailamos. Vosotros and vosotras, you all, remember only used in Spain. Bailáis, accent on that A, it is wrong without the accent. And they boys or girls dance, or you all formal dance. Bailan. You need to memorize these endings, so you should think to yourself 10 times a day. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. That should be memorized for you in 1 or 2 days. over here. We're going to do a new verb, estudiar. You should know that means to study. Okay? And in here go all those subject pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. So I'll let you write that in. And let's identify our stem and our end. End, really easy, remember, is just those last two letters. And the stem is everything else. So everything's going to start out estudi and then have your endings. So remember, the endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, an. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. I study, you study, he, she studies, we study, y'all study, they study, or you all formal study. Alright, so moving right along and actually translating these. Give these a shot before I give you the answers, please. I'm going to get a different marker color for this. Let's try this one. Alright, he studies. L with the accent. He studies this one, so estudia math. Matemáticas. Next one, Kim and I study Spanish. Kim and I can also be written me and another girl. For me, I could write nosotras. But if you're talking and you're a guy, you have to write nosotros. So I will write it for myself. Nosotras. So this is we study. Estudiamos Spanish. Español. The girls study social studies. Instead of saying the girls, I'm going to say they, subject pronoun usage. Ellas, so they study is estudian. Estudian. Ciencias sociales. Remember, none of these are capitalized. And I study computers. Yo. Subject pronoun box for estudio. For yo. Estudio tecnología. Or, yeah, I think it's tecnología instead of computadoras. Please pause to copy these examples down. For these, you will be writing, translating them, and make sure you write the subject pronoun, okay? And then the whole sentence out.